everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pinpointe Unfiltered. I'm Rachel.
And it's your boy Josh, the realtor of realtors. What's going on, guys? How you doing, Rach?
I'm doing great. How
Who
are
is
you?
this lovely guest that we have today?
This is Ryan Elazari. He is probably one of my newest favorite people. We met him, last month, at an event, and he is like OG in like real estate and commercial. He's got his own podcast, if I remember it correctly, CRE Unplugged.
Correct.
Yeah. He's also an adjunct professor at Baruch teaching real estate entrepreneurship, which I'm so excited we're gonna guest at his class next week. But he's just
Oof,
like
I'm
everywhere in real
nervous.
estate. Yeah.
I'm actually nervous.
Because who are we to talk to children about
Listen,
entrepreneurship?
I should not mold any type of minds at all.
So Ryan, welcome to the show. I told you I wasn't going to do much prep, so that's as much as I know about you.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And you're not going to be speaking just to children. I mean, these are grown adults. They're graduate students. There's actually a couple of students that are older than me that are in the
Oh
class.
shit. Great.
Okay, good.
Thanks for making me feel worse now. Now adults.
Well, I mean, you make it seem like where you're like teaching kindergartners. Hey, do you guys want to know about relocation?
Yeah. You know what that means?
We came here to paint. Why are you talking
I'll
about
bring out
this?
puppets, and there's songs and dances we can do.
All of a sudden, the two of you are coming with props.
Like, the Hokey Pokey's gonna come out.
Listen, I had my daughter already helping me draw some stuff. No, just kidding. She would though. I'd be like, listen, I need to make some posters.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right.
So-
Anyways,
So Ryan, explain to everyone what is it that you do.
Yeah, I've been in the real estate industry for over 15 years. I worked as an associate for a company called Empire Management. They have a portfolio of multifamily office and retail all across Manhattan. Went and got my master's at Baruch College, and we started to talk about around 2015 a lot of the inefficiencies we were having in our company and that we weren't communicating very effectively with our tenants. So we created an app called Bixby, which was essentially a tenant experience app that allowed our tenants to not only be able to communicate with our property management and maintenance teams, but also be able to pay their rent online. So that ended up being a huge success. We ended up scaling that company in 4 years from 250,000 ARR to 2.5 million.
wow.
We sold that to Outfit. Thank you.
We haven't. We're still on a low budget, so we don't have sound effects. So just bear with me on that.
No, that
He's
was
our sound
good.
effect man.
That was good. And then I kind of took on the role as head of innovation and operations for the company and started implementing new technologies into our company and got to meet with hundreds of vendors and learn about all the different tools that are being implemented in the real estate sector, which then kind of sparked my interest to interview people in the real estate innovation and technology space, which had me start with my co-host Nadine Ezzi, CRE Unplugged, which has been going strong since April of 2024.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Question: where did the name Bixby come from?
I wasn't involved with the naming, but I think at the time it had to do with a bridge in San Francisco, and we were kind of bridging the gap between tenants and the management company.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I think that's a really cool concept, right? Obviously, it was successful for you. But I think even now with all the PropTech solutions that are out there, there's still a disconnect between tenant and management. And I think I don't know about you guys, but I think the thing that's missing is humans. People
Yeah.
want to talk to people. People want to talk, like if they're paying the rent or if they have issues, they like, yeah, sure, they could put a ticket in for maintenance or whatever, but they still want a person on the other end. At least that's my experience. What do you guys think?
Well, yeah, the hardest part of I guess for me with all this tech is because I'm so used to like wanting to deal with a person. I feel like for me, again, Rach, every time I pick up something that has to do with technology, like I fuck it up. It's like it was supposed to go smoothly, and I touch it, and it goes out the window. So me personally, I like love the having a person I could actually like talk to, get in contact with, things like that. But nowadays there's better ways of doing it, and this is what we have here. They found better ways of getting in contact with, like, and like you said, bridging that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also about being able to gather the data that you're collecting from from the maintenance logs and a lot of the work that's being done. So you could see how quickly all of the tickets are being closed by the maintenance workers
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how fast you're getting that response time. I think
Yeah.
that's the major factor with technology today is you got to utilize that data for your benefit. Because if you're not, I don't really see what you're really gaining from it, except for the fact that instead of them emailing or texting a person, they're just going through the app and doing that. I
Yeah,
think,
but
yeah.
that's like more of a benefit for the landlord, right, or property management than it is for the tenant, right? Like all these things, and I think this is just my personal gripe. I think all of these apps are like, well, it could make it easier for the tenant to track their tickets, right? But all of the real benefits are for property management and landlord, and less for like they're made for one side, not the other.
But do you think I'm not trying to generalize here, but like
Hmm.
Gen Z is very comfortable just using their phones
Yeah.
and not having that human element. I think
Yes,
they
I think they're afraid of people.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I was listening to a podcast that actually had my students listen to, and it was talking about the different generations and what their,
Hmm.
what they grew up with and how they are all different in terms of the way they think and the way they want to work. And I think with the Gen Zers, you're seeing a lot of them either being comfortable, like working from home, not having
Hmm.
that communication, like in live communication with one another, or also just like being behind a phone.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. It's not just about me, is what you're saying. Got it.
Well, no, I think you make a good point. I mean, how many times do we get on the phone? We try to get on the phone with customer service, and it's someone from overseas, and you're not able to communicate with them well, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" And you're like
Yes.
to your supervisor, and then the supervisor doesn't help, and then you're like, "All right, I want to talk to someone else."
Yeah. I mean, just in like simple, like, so I have a ticket open with my property management, my landlord, and like the super doesn't really use it. Um, like the problem wasn't fixed, and property management, like they closed the ticket, and then I called the super and I was like, why? And he's like, that wasn't me, but it says that it's him, right? So I don't know. But then I'll text him and he doesn't respond to my text or acknowledge that I sent him a text, but I'll call him and he'll be like, oh, yeah, I saw your text. I'm like, cool. What are we doing? What are we doing about it? Like, so I feel like it also had like Gen Z for sure probably doesn't want to be on the phone. The people handling the problems probably only want to be on the phone. So there has to be, I don't know, I feel like there has to be something else. My brother started working for a company called Concierge Plus. Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't.
Um, they basically like they do all that stuff like with the maintenance ticketing and stuff, and like I don't think they do rent payments, but they like integrate with Yardi and things like that. Um, and I think they're doing like a whole overhaul of stuff. But he started working there, and I was like, oh, apparently my landlord uses you guys. And he's like, yeah, they're on the old platform and it sucks.
But Rachel, I think you bring up a good point about the human element. I think
Hmm.
you're like change management was something I had to always deal with, was trying to get the buy-in from not only the property managers but also the maintenance workers and the supers. Because
Hmm.
if they don't believe in it, then yeah, as you said, they're not going to really use it, and they feel more comfortable with the text messaging and the emailing or the calling. But if you can kind of get them to buy in and believe in what you're trying to do with this new technology, I think that kind of makes it more seamless.
Hmm.
And then with AI, I mean, you need that human element no matter what, even with a lot of these different solutions that are out there that are going to make your life easier. I still think, like, to this day, you'll always need that human element overseeing what's being done on the from the top.
Yeah, for sure. On another topic about your background, you were at Empire State something?
Empire management.
Empire Management. Um, okay. Do they did you so they own multifamily and commercial spaces, right? Do they lease it themselves or do they hire brokers?
So for multifamily, we had four different brokerage firms that received exclusives
Okay.
for our rentals, and then with the commercial side, we had one company that had an exclusive that leased all the office spaces and retail.
Interesting. So, did you guys ever participate in the open market on the residential side, or you always had exclusives? And I'm curious to know like the difference between and why.
Yeah, I think 12 years ago we did. We had like one leasing administrator, and he basically would, with a piece of paper, have no joke, have all the listings up,
Oh, we know it.
and then he would, and yeah, he would then like make it into an open market. But I mean, there were definitely certain brokers that probably got the information before others,
Hmm.
so it really wasn't such a fair market. But then we ended up we went through a lot of transitions actually. We then ended up creating our own brokerage firm that worked side by side, and they received all the exclusives for our portfolio on multifamily and commercial. Um,
Interesting.
and
Nice.
then we decided to go with the four brokerage model, to
Okay.
kind of separate it and not have one company that had the access to all the entire portfolio, because we started to see that they weren't being as efficient, and they were kind of felt comfortable like taking their time and leasing the spaces.
So you needed to add a little competition to it.
Yep,
Exactly. Right.
gotta
Yeah.
light a fire in these guys' asses.
Yeah. Exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, what was I gonna ask now? Where are Nope, I lost it.
Oh, well, I wanted to that like fine. I'm like really interested in how you go from, let's say, this real estate background into now you're a teacher, a
The way that you
molder
just said
of
it, like, God, you're a teacher now.
like a mold. Because that is two different lanes, like completely. Like there's no way I was ever thinking about getting in front of a group of people and like teaching them anything. Um, so yeah, where did that come about? Like, was that something that you always had like in the back of your mind that you wanted to like get into?
Yeah. Well, I teach one class a semester, so I'm not like a full time.
No, I'm not like we said, we're
But
not
yeah,
dealing with the
yeah.
kindergarten kids anymore. But even as
I've got my own two kids that I have to kind of
uh
deal with that. But yeah, um, I always, after I graduated, I had a very good relationship with the head of the real estate department, and Yildiray Yildirim, and also the head of student services. Her name is Margot Weeker. And every few months, we would kind of catch up and talk to each other. And like right before, this was like literally right before the pandemic, I was telling her how, I've kind of took on this role where we're implementing new technologies. We just built this new app, and there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. I'm actually investing personally in a lot of this new PropTech that's out there. And a couple of months later, she then reached out and said, "Hey, we have this real estate entrepreneurship class. We want to transform it and not have it be based upon a deal and analyzing a deal that becomes like that the student's capstone project. We want it to be about property technology and innovation, and we want you to kind of help mold them into creating a pitch deck and business plan for a certain idea that they may come up with, because they had this case competition every year between the undergrad and the graduate students, and they wanted the students to be best prepared for that competition. So that was kind of the goal with the class. So what's funny is it was like 2020. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to be teaching this like live, and I'm going to go to the classroom, and this is going to be like so easy because I'm very comfortable to like be on stage or just like speak in public. Like I've just always had that natural ability, thankfully. But then, the COVID hits, and they're like, yeah, you're going to have to do this on Zoom. And I was like, not familiar with Zoom. I really didn't know how I was going to go about this. It was kind of like trial by error. And I had 40 students at that time. Now I have 17, but I had like 40
Damn.
students.
That's
Like,
a lot of kids. Well, a lot of students. Excuse me.
it
Not
was a
kids.
lot of students, and I'll tell you, like, I was not as that prepared. Like, I didn't know how to like use Zoom to the best of its ability at the time. So I kind of just went with the flow, and it worked. It worked out in the end, but it was definitely a lot of changes that I had to deal with like
Yeah,
every week when I was teaching.
it's interesting. To Josh's point, do you think that like because real estate, we're not really thinking of teaching people, but do you find it like there's any overlap or similarities between teaching students and mentoring and being a leader
Yes, I
to
think
people
there's a
within the
lot of
industry? Yeah.
overlap there. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
Okay.
agree. I with mentoring, I've always found that you're kind of trying to help guide them to become better professionals and kind of give them advice that they may need to grow their career. And that's kind of the same approach I take with teaching. Like every the first class of every semester that I teach, I do a presentation called How to Build Your Professional Network,
Mm.
and ask a lot of the students, like, how do you go about networking? How do you go about meeting people? Are you going on LinkedIn and trying to connect with leaders in the space? Like, that's the best way to kind of approach, growing and getting promoted and getting better jobs in your career. And a lot of them don't. So, I'm thankful that I have the chance to kind of help them and guide them into understanding how important relationships is in real estate. I mean, both of you know that.
Yeah. Rel- Relationships are super important. And I think, did you said this was a graduate level or undergraduate?
This is a graduate level course.
Okay, cool. Very cool. And at that level, they're still not networking. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
surprisingly, like I said, hey, put your hands up if you're going to events and you're networking, you're meeting people, and then I maybe got like
Me,
one hand, and I was shocked.
we
Well,
go to
look,
events and meet
like
people.
for example, like the two of us met, like the three of us met last month,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
that was a good event. I like
now
that event.
yeah, it
Nice,
was
nice
nice. It
event.
was small. I mean, I always think smaller events are a great way to meet people and kind of get that type of
Mhm.
um, and build that kind of rapport than like the larger ones. But I still think like you could always end up meeting one or two quality people at any event.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought that was a really good event. I think there's gonna be more of them like that. But yeah, networking has to be your superpower, especially in real estate. Like, thankfully, Josh and I have no problem talking to anybody. Like, just put us in a room, wind us up,
Facts.
and let us go.
To the point where like when I'm done with work and I'm like out socially, I just shut up. I don't want to talk to anybody. Like honestly, it's like you guys are so nice, but like I do this all day. I don't want to talk to people. Um, do you ever feel like so with your class? Do you ever just feel like, all right, guys, I don't really want to like stand here and like talk to you about this shit right now? Does that ever like really? How often do you have your class? First, how often do you have it, and then secondly, do you ever find yourself just like, how much more can we talk about?
Uh, well, I teach the class from 6 to 9
Okay.
on Thursdays, so it's a long time.
It's a
Yeah.
long time.
So what I've learned is I sometimes have a guest speaker come on for the first hour, then I give them like a break, and then I do kind of like my teaching. But I've learned like the more I have the students be able to be in like breakout rooms through, because it's hybrid. So like I'll put them in breakout rooms through Zoom and have them do like a case study or do an exercise together, or I'll have them do debates with one another. So we've done debates on the outlook of certain asset classes like industrial, data centers, multifamily. So like my goal is to kind of be able to have them interact with each other as much as possible. So I'm, as you said, I'm not up on the chalkboard like just teaching and like again just giving them
Lecturing, yeah.
lectures, because I found that they either become very disinterested in the first like after 10 minutes, or they're or like kind of the energy goes down.
Hmm.
And as like for me it's all about like keeping that energy up.
Yep.
Hmm.
Gotta keep them
Interesting.
engaged.
So you said it's hybrid. Does that mean some people are in class, some people are virtual, all in one
Yeah,
class?
sorry, what I mean by hybrid is half the class is on Zoom, half the class is in person.
So you split the 3 hours half and half? I'm very confused.
No, sorry, so like
Oh, like,
let's say one week it's in person, the
Oh,
next week
okay.
it's
oh,
hybrid.
okay.
Yeah, I should have explained that better.
That makes more sense. No, sorry, I'm also a very literal person, so
Right,
if you're not very specific,
got
I'm gonna get confused. Um, that drives my fiance mad, by the way, that I'm like such a literal person.
really.
Yeah. So this is completely off topic, but our dog, our, our puppy, suffers from separation anxiety and general anxiety and like all this other things, and we have a
Yeah.
behaviorist to help train him,
I'm
like.
sorry, I'm over here snickering in the background.
Yeah, because
As
it's
your
the most
dog
like
has a
white privilege thing that
behaviorist.
our dog has a therapist.
If this ain't
Okay.
America, I don't know what it is.
And he's on Prozac. Okay. So,
Oh Jesus.
um
God bless you,
the
Ollie.
the point of me telling you all this is that like every week we do like a live session with our behaviorist where she's watching through our like dog camera and FaceTime while we're doing things to like desensitize him from us leaving the house and being alone. So while she's doing this, like she's like, basically like not talking to us, and I'm just looking at my phone to see like what the next step is. And it'll say something like walk to the door, grab your coat keys, and walk away, right? And so I'm like, but shouldn't I grab my coat and keys first and then walk to the door? Right? And my fiance's like, shut the fuck up. Like obviously that's what that means. Right, like,
Yeah.
and other things, and I'm like, but did you mean this? And because she can hear like our behaviors, like she can hear because of the camera what I'm saying, so I'll just start talking, and then she'll like write in like the document like, yes, that's what I mean, my bad. And my fiance is just like so upset. She's like, is that clear to you? Do you need more explanation?
I agree with her. He's right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just a very literal person, so I don't want to
Right.
misinterpret
You're
something.
just an asshole. That's what you are. Fuck.
What was that in Office Space that you remember the guy like created like the jump to conclusions map?
No.
And it's like you don't remember that? And you guys watched not Office
The
Office
Office.
the movie.
Office
No,
Space, the movie.
Oh, the
Office Space.
movie. Oh, I thought you were referring to the
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that in years, so I don't remember
Okay, all right.
any
So
of it.
so forget it. But yeah, it was like kind of like a map
Mm.
that like helped
follow.
you Yeah, follow. It's like that's kind of what you need, Rachel. Like you need like a map to like get you to the end line.
Follow the bouncing
Yes, it
ball.
it also leads directly into like I don't cook, so cooking is an art, right? Like you put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like it all depends on like where you are in in the process. I can't do that. I need like step by step by step, which is why I bake.
Okay. What are you baking for Thanksgiving?
Now we're talking.
Josh is so excited. He's about to like come to Jersey just to pick some up.
I'm going to
Um,
Jersey twice this week just for food. Like,
yes,
just for food.
but one you have to go. The other one is your choice, because you want pie. So I make pumpkin pie and I make mocha pecan pie. But
Wow.
this year I'm going to attempt. Josh, I'm don't get your hopes
Wait,
up because
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm
Ryan,
making pie.
I'm sorry.
I'm making
This
pie.
just got very serious because I take my pies very seriously.
I'm not
Are
changing
you
anything with the pies.
okay?
I'm not changing the pies.
This is not time
Pies
to be
are
experimenting. Don't be fucking up my fucking Thanksgiving.
Don't give him a heart attack. He's been
Like, you
looking
see how
forward
serious?
to
Like,
this
you see how
time.
I
serious I
know.
just got? Like,
I thought I might have to leave the show.
it's like, oh man, I don't like
No,
putting
no, no.
I don't like putting my family dirty laundry out there. But Ryan, earmuffs.
Um, I'm gonna try to make in addition to the pies, mocha pecan brownies.
Ooh.
I'm gonna attempt that, and then um that's like it depends on because I'm supposed to bake today. So like when I'm finished here, I'm gonna go par bake my pie shells, and then like I have another call, and then I'm gonna bake for the rest of the afternoon. Um, so it all depends on how much I can get done because I need to be out of the kitchen by this evening because then Danny needs to take over because she's got a turkey to cook, stuffing, a whole bunch. Like she's got shit to do. So it depends on timing, but I'm gonna try the mocha pecan brownies, and then I'm gonna take the leftover pumpkin pie filling, um, and make that into pumpkin bread.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
So
Damn.
because it's like pumpkin pie filling, like it's a lot of cream. It's probably gonna be like a pumpkin pound cake.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
Love
really
it.
excited.
What time should I
And
be over tomorrow? Like, all right. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
so
yeah. What are the
let's
outcomes?
wrap this up so I can start making my way.
Can I tell you the my wife made this coconut cream pie during COVID, and she was pregnant at that
mhm.
time. And when she was making it, I guess like the smell of it made her nauseous.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
she said, "Let me tell you, this was the best pie I've ever had in my life. It was so good that my sister-in-law during like had her husband drive like down to where we live, pick up a slice, take it home. She had it. She was like, "This is amazing." And then she said she's never going to make the pie again because it always reminds her of that
Yeah.
nausea. But I
Well,
finally convinced her to make the pie for Thanksgiving, and I can't
Yes.
wait.
send the
Yes.
location so I can on my
Yeah.
way on my travels of picking up all this food. I'll go get me a slice. I'm just inviting myself to everyone's fucking Thanksgiving at this point.
Motherfucker's gonna go to Long Island to Jersey to South
Well,
Jersey.
I'll be in the city because I'm going to my mom's on 54th and
Okay.
First.
Perfect.
There you go. Now you
I
have an
say
address,
five-ish
Josh.
would work.
Sounds good. You're more than welcome.
Shit. But yeah, so that's why I'm super literal, because baking is like an exact science. Like you can't put certain ingredients before or after. They have to be in a certain order. So that's why that works for me. Um, Jumping now to a whole different topic. Ryan, where did you grow up? Are you from New York originally?
I'm born and raised in Manhattan. My parents are from Iran and they like immigrated here before the revolution. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Love
So
me
yeah,
some New
I'm a,
Yorkers.
I mean, yeah, but like after 40 years, I moved to Long Island, so I'm no longer in the city, and it's definitely a different world.
Do you like Long Island? Do you miss being in the city?
So far, I haven't really missed the city. I mean, I think the summers in Long Island are so much nicer than
Mm.
than the city. We'll see how things are during the winter, but I mean, I'm in Port Washington, so I'm like right next to the bay. It gets windy and
Mm-hmm.
cold at nights when it's like below like freezing. So I don't know how like I'm not a winter person. Like give me all the heat.
That's me.
But yeah,
Josh is the same. He also lives by the water, and he
Yeah,
hates it.
I live east of the seaport,
okay.
and coming like a born and raised New York, right? So I lived in Bushwick in Brooklyn most of my life, and when we moved to the Lower East Side, right by the water, like that was slaps you in the face. That cold. Um,
Shit's
no,
brick.
it's
Oh man.
like it's because of my house. I have to walk towards the water. Like when that wind is like hitting you, and you're like, okay, I gotta walk home from work, and it's 6, 7 o'clock, and it's super dark and windy. I would have to walk backwards at some points because like the wind was just too much. I was like, all right, just turn around and walk backwards.
Does it make you cry, the wind?
Oh yeah.
It
It makes me
happens to me
cry,
too.
makes me say a lot of explicits, like like I'm over here cursing my grandfather. Like, why did you move our people from the nice warm weather of the island to this place where it gets cold? My
Oh
people are
shit.
supposed to be on a beach someplace.
Yeah,
I
my
moved
friends
from the
would
beach
always say
here.
like you're from the desert, you don't like this weather. And I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. But
So
yeah,
I
yeah. No,
go
I
ahead.
had to my like parents I went so like I lived on 54th and First, so like my parents still live there today. And then my school was on 93rd and Central Park West. And at one point they were just like, you got to take the public bus. You just got to go by yourself. It was like an hour long. And like, I would have to take two buses, but like the bus that I would have to take would always drop me off on like 86 and Central Park West. That walk from 86 to 93rd was brutal during like the coldest months, where I would have to walk backwards, just like you said, and I would like, yeah, it was just not pleasant. But I felt like it was a lot colder back then than it is now.
I kind of feel that as well. I don't know, like, well, climate change, all that other stuff. That's a whole
Yeah,
different like podcast. But yeah, maybe I've just gotten a little bit more resilient. I don't feel it as much.
You got a little bit more fat layers.
Shut up.
can I tell you actually an embarrassing story that I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever told anyone?
Hell yeah, let's go on the
All right,
podcast.
so I would always wait for the bus. It was like on 50. It was like on 56 and First, and like I would get there really early, and like no one would ever like really be at the stop when I would wait. So like I don't know. One day I just like decided to like start dancing like Michael Jackson,
Moonwalking?
and like while I'm waiting for the bus, and all of a sudden I turned over and I see this woman dancing. I mean, sorry, laughing her ass off at me because she thought how ridiculous I was dancing to Michael Jackson. And I was so embarrassed. I mean, I went red and I couldn't look her in the eye. And like, of course, she was like always on my bus stop for like the rest of the year.
Yeah, she was a constant reminder of your embarrassment. Yeah, that's hilarious. How old were you when you started taking the bus by yourself and going to school by yourself?
It was like midway through like sixth grade. Um, I'm forgetting like how old I was at that
So
time.
sixth grade, you
It
would
was like
have
what,
been like 12,
12, right? Yeah.
11,
12 or
12.
13, yeah.
11 or 12. 13, you're usually in seventh grade.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it was around that time.
Sorry, I have a sixth grader.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like 12 at the time. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun times.
Yeah, different
So,
times.
and Josh, I'm very curious because I did not grow up in the city, right? You guys grew up here, so this nothing to do with real estate. As I am now a stepmom and becoming, I'm a parent and stuff, and I think the next generation of children, which is Generation Alpha, are very sheltered and not given enough independence. So I'm curious. So you were 12 years old when you started going to school, Josh. When were you traversing the city on your own?
By the time by 10 years old, I was like properly outside.
Okay. So Ryan, you have kids. Would you send your 10 or 12-year-old kid out into the city by themselves?
Yeah, of course, for
Really?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
See?
let's see how mature they get at that age. I mean, right now, I think my daughter, who's almost 5, she's pretty mature. I feel like she'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
My one and a
But if she
half
grows
year
up in
old,
Long Island, is she? Like, is
Hey
she gonna
baby, what are you doing out here on this train?
Dave Chappelle with the baby. Hey, baby, why are you selling that crap in the street? I have my wife and kids.
And just for the public, we are not supporting children selling crack,
No,
or
no,
these are
no.
not parenting tips by any means.
No,
No, it's okay. Nobody watches this.
I think it's good. It definitely makes you a more like gain that street smarts,
Hmm.
become confident, being able to learn how to like be independent. I think that's all important skills.
Hmm.
And I mean, one thing that I always talk about is I used to be fucking bored. Like I was bored a lot when I was a kid. Okay, like do you guys feel the same way too? I was
Um,
really bored.
I was
Or I was outside
very,
playing, but I wasn't on a
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
street. Like,
saying
there wasn't much
outside
TV on.
playing, but like you got like I was just coming up with like weird stuff to do because I was so fucking bored.
yeah, we got
But
Yeah,
into
like
we knew how
mischief.
to
these
deal
days,
with
they're
our
not bored.
boredom. They don't know how. They don't know how.
Yeah,
Like so. Our kids. So we have an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old, and they don't know how to be bored. They don't know what to do. They're like, I'm bored. Can you
yeah.
help me? Can you do something with me? I don't know what to do. I'm bored. Watch TV. I don't know. Play Roblox. I don't want to play Legos. Build something. I don't wanna. And they're like throwing themselves on the floor because they don't know what to do.
I could
And I'm
not
like,
come to
dude,
my
what?
mother and tell her that I was bored. Like that was not happening. Like
She
that
would
was
throw whatever was in her hand.
like facts. Like bored. Okay, dodge this. She put me to work if I tell them I'm bored. Oh, you're bored? I got something for you to do. Let's go.
Yeah,
Chores. Like, no.
seriously. Yeah, that's. But like we were in we were in St. Pete, Florida for the summer, or not the for the summer, in the summer. We were there for like a week. And it was raining like crazy. I think there was like a storm somewhere. And Brady, our 11-year-old, was like, it was just me and him in the house. So like Danny and Layla were like out shopping or something. And he's like, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And, like there you couldn't go outside. It was like just disgusting. So I was like, I don't know, like figure out, let's invent a game. And he was like, that seems stupid. And I was like, what? There's tile floor. The floor is going to be our board game. Each tile is going to be a space. And I like literally made it up on the fly. And he's like, well, we don't have any dice. And I'm like, well, he's like, oh, I know. We could just ask Siri to pick a number from 1 through 6 or whatever. So we did. Uh, and then like, okay, what do we do at this number? And then like it just started to be like push-ups and like sit-ups and like squats and like jumping
Oh.
jacks. It was all his idea what the actual like things were to do, but I was the one that was like, let's make this a board game. Um and at first he was like, this is really stupid, and then he had a lot of fun, and then like the whole weekend he's like, can we play that game again? And I
That's
was
great.
like, yeah, my quads are a little sore from but yeah, but they need help to be creative because like all they do is like revert to iPad, revert to a screen. They don't know what, like they need to fill all of their time with something.
Yeah,
It's
I
such a
always
struggle.
think about this all the time because I just remember I would have to force myself to go outside and do things because I would always be like really bored, especially when I would go to my grandparents' place. Oh man,
Hmm.
it was. I remember I would like go in the bathroom and like put on shaving cream and just like use the back
Fake
of like
shit.
a razor to like just like know how it
Find something to
feels.
do.
We gotta find
Yeah, because
something to do.
I had no what else to do.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. I did that too. I always wanted to shave my face. I never have. It's so sad.
It's yeah, there's it's something about it, right? It like gives you that satisfaction.
And anytime I go to the barber and they're like, you know, working on somebody's like beard or like doing like a clean shave and then they put like the hot towel and I'm like, that's gotta feel so good.
It does. It is my peace. Honestly, that is my peaceful time when I go to the barber. And for some reason, every time I sit in that barber chair, like 1,000 messages from work happen.
Oh
It's like
yeah, same. Every
you
time.
can't give me an hour to just. But I love. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, speaking of which, I got to make an appointment. Speaking of
Oh,
which,
let us not stop you. It's
like,
Yeah.
so sorry guys,
It's really important.
I gotta try to get beautiful for the
Yeah.
festivities.
I mean, when do you even have time? Like, is this guy gonna have time to cut your hair?
I have
Like, you're cutting it really short, man.
like I have no idea. Like yes, because I gotta go to. All right, let's not think about that. Forget it. Anyway, sorry, don't get me stressed, please.
So Ryan, how's it been being on our podcast?
This has been great. I'm having a lot of fun. I haven't
Yeah, I
laughed
told you,
like this in a while.
just shooting the shit.
This is pretty much a day in a life from us. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we do.
I thought there was going to be more shit talking though. I like was ready to throw down.
My bad. You want to talk? We can
No,
talk more shit.
it's all good.
Rolled up the sleeves now.
Well, we can do that next week.
Yeah, we can. We've
Oh,
just
that's
naturally
right.
gone
Next
with the
week
flow of the
we're-
conversation.
We're at school next week. I'm actually like, I'm kind of excited.
I'm
I'm kind of
excited.
nervous and kind of excited about it.
Yeah. Do we have to prepare?
Yeah, what should we like? Because we
I mean,
freestyle everything.
I can give you guys some prompts to like kind of kind of give you guys questions while you're.
Why don't you tell us like what you guys are like working on and how we can see how we can fit into like our story or whatever it is can fit into that.
Yeah, so the main objective of the course is for the students to create a real estate product or service.
Mhm.
And they will then take that idea and present that to a group of judges at the end of the semester.
Okay.
And it's just a great way for the students to kind of learn how to build a business from scratch and how to pitch to investors to get that capital to build that business. And I think with what the two of you are doing, I think it would be a great way for them to kind of learn firsthand
Yeah.
some of the pain points that you're dealing with or some of the challenges you have come across in building your business and your brand.
Yeah. I think that's pretty easy. Just telling, we got drunk one day and decided to start a company.
Facts. Like, and I'm still drinking.
And if we're going to be real honest, it was me bullying Josh into it.
It was like, you're going to start this company with me, friend.
Yeah. You have no fucking choice. Just say yes.
Little ass Rachel grabbing my tall ass.
So I get you drunk so you can like get all loosey goosey. I can hit you, you'll fall.
I'm easily taken down. Just go for the knees.
Oh, poor knees.
All right.
Yeah, okay. I'm excited about that.
Super
What
excited
else?
for next week. What's our time framing on this? Like, how long do we like? Are we for like the first
like an hour,
right? You said like the first
Yeah,
hour.
first hour. Yeah, you'll see. It'll go pretty fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
well,
we'll talk
just like
about us
this.
and then we'll ask like open up questions. Yeah, this has gone.
Yeah, I've always felt that the students are very shy to ask questions, so I always start with a couple of like questions to get the ball rolling, and then we'll just have students like just
Can we like pick on them? Be like, hey, you ask a question.
It's like, where's your homework?
My adopted brother, he's I was texting him today and we text all the time, but I always like just tease him and now I don't remember what I said, but I was like, whatever, you love me. And he's like, yeah, I have to put up with the bullying. And now I was like, oh, don't be soft. Just get over it. It's fine.
And then they ask me how come I'm an asshole. I'm like, look, I'm just around nothing but assholes half the time. It becomes a part of like breathing.
Through osmosis.
Yes.
I'm the asshole in my family. Everybody knows that I'm the asshole. because what is it? They think I'm selfish. Um,
I don't. I'm actually kind of shocked. I didn't like think of you as like being a bullier.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
I'm a huge bully.
Okay, I gotta
Huge
watch
bully.
out now.
But like as I was telling my brother, it's only to the people that I love. I don't waste time bullying people that I don't like.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. Who cares? I
Are
don't
there a
care.
lost cause to you?
Yeah, I just don't care. Right? Like
Waste
for
of
me,
time.
bullying is a sign of love. Right? Like I love you, so I want to like make fun of you.
Pew, 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 pew.
I
Rachel
don't know.
really
I'm just
loves me.
yeah.
One of her favorites.
Yeah, you are my best friend, my
Oh
brother.
shit.
you, and you're also my business partner.
And
So
I could take it. That's the other thing. Like everybody
yeah,
else, they're a bunch of bitch asses. I could actually take it.
yeah. Like Lewis, he can't take it. Sometimes he can. Like my other friend.
All right.
Yeah, we've talked
We've
enough. We're
talked.
at the end.
We're about to close this up. Go
This is a
ahead.
you thing. You close it up.
So, Ryan, this is the point where you just tell people, promote everything that you're trying to promote, tell people where they can find you. Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Yeah, thank you so much. You could find me on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram, Ryan Elazari. And then if you want to catch our podcast, it's called CRE Unplugged. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And if anyone has any questions or wants to be on the podcast, you can email us at info@creunplugged.com.
Awesome. Love that. I need to
Rach,
check that out.
tell the people
Yeah.
how they get at us.
Yo, we're everywhere. So you can hit us up on our website, pinpoint.nyc. That's pinpoint with an E at the end, like pinpoint E. We're on Instagram, Pinpoint Group with an underscore in the middle. We're on LinkedIn at Pinpoint Group. We're on Facebook, but nobody goes there, so don't worry about it.
Grandma.
My mom doesn't even go on Facebook. We have obviously our podcast, Pinpoint Unfiltered, which you are watching or listening to now. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And you could find me, Rachel Fiegler, on LinkedIn, speaking the truth about what it's like to start a company and also about moving to New York, because I've done that and it sucks. But once you're here, it's amazing.
Yep, and you can find
Josh.
me on LinkedIn, Josh Hernandez, and always, as I always say and end this, people, you know where to find me. You can find me in these streets, making these deals, connecting with the people. It has been such a pleasure. Ryan, thank you so much for chatting with us and kicking it and having a good time. Rach, love you. I'll be Ryan, 5 o'clock. I show up on time, okay?
54th and 1st.
54th and 1st. I'm gonna be on the southwest corner of it.
You're more than welcome.
Coconut cream pie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If a man drove for a slice, I'll definitely take a train up there, go grab me some.
Josh, get me a slice too.
I got you.
All right, guys. Peace. Thank you.
It's been fun. Peace.
Thank you so much. Bye.